We have traveled all over East Africa, finding hardworking farmers who are making a good life on their shambas.
We want to learn from them, turn their farms into good businesses,
and help them increase their profits.
Join us and see how our farmers benefit from the experts' advice.
And share their experiences as we shape up their shambas.
Karibu
to the Shamba Shape Up Safari. Welcome to Shamba Shape Up.
Today we're in Tharaka-Nthi County at the Shamba of Jeremiah and Mercy Gitonga.
They need our help, but time is tight.
We need to shape up their Shamba in just one day.
That's a tall order, Tony, but let's see what we can do.
Jeremiah and Mercy live with their 4 children on their 5-acre farm in Meru.
Jeremiah.
Wow, Naomi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes.
Hey, Tony.
Hello, Jeremiah.
So kindly, could you show us around your farm?
Oh, of course, yes. Yeah, welcome.
Okay,
Thank you,
go.
Jeremiah. Hello. Jeremiah has local chickens, 2 greenhouses with tomatoes, maize, and some cows. So how can Shamba Shape Up help you?
I would like you to help me in greenhouse farming, and also planting and harvesting of maize, and also layering of chicken, and any other way that you feel you can help me.
Okay, so don't worry. We'll get the experts and see what we can do.
Naomi, the tent is up in double quick time.
Oh, well done. And Jeremiah's farm is doing very well. But he still needs our help. We'll find out how to manage a greenhouse,
How to run a business safely at night,
how Mercy can make her pupils and her family healthier using chickpeas.
and how to keep local chickens.
But the first step in shaping up your shamba is finding out how good your soil is.
So we've arranged with Soil Cares to have Jeremiah's soil tested.
And as you're meeting Jeremiah to give him the test, I will be cooking with Mercy.
What are you cooking?
I'm not going to tell you. But if you're very good, and you finish in time, I just might.
Naomi, you know I always do my best.
Yeah, I'll see. We'll see later.
Jeremiah's soil test results show that his maize field needs nitrogen and his greenhouse has a high pH. So, he needs to add urea to his maize and lime to his greenhouse. The soil test tells him exactly what to do and what will help him get better yields. The team is hard at work, preparing the greenhouse under the instructions of our next expert. Kenya Highland Seed sell the best vegetable seeds for farmers in Kenya, especially for greenhouses. They have a very good tomato variety called Chonto. They test all the varieties and pack the seeds in their factory in Nairobi for distribution across Kenya. They also train farmers exactly how to grow these crops so they can do the best they can. Their technical director, Peter, and Jeremiah's wife, Mercy, have come with a surprise for Jeremiah.
And here they are. Here's Mercy with the seedlings from plant raisers.
Supplies.
Wow, wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay. So now, Peter, where do we start from?
We'll start by planting these seedlings out in the field. So if we take a seedling out of here very carefully, like this, so we can start by planting right by the drip line. Now, we don't want to plant too deep, and we want to try and make the plant stand upright like that. So we can start from your side. Jeremiah, we carefully take out a seedling and we plant it at the diagonal there.
It is important to plant the seedlings in a zigzag pattern along the bed, so the plants are not directly opposite each other. This gives them more space as they grow and a better harvest.
All right.
Peter, why is it important for farmers to use the seedlings instead of seeds?
When you're buying seeds and you do your own nursery, you might only get 60% germination. So you've already lost 40 out of 100 seedlings. When you buy 100 seedlings, you get 100 seedlings. The other advantage is that these have been professionally raised by plant raisers, so they're a very strong plant. It's already been hardened in the nursery, and when you plant it out here, you will get a very, very uniform crop developing, because they're all, as you can see, the seedlings are all the same size and height, okay, and the same strength. So we can carry on and plant. If you take a seedling, make sure we plant near the drip line again. Very important this, because you will also be at some stage doing your fertilization through the drip line. So it's important that the emitter on the drip line is right where the plant is, so that the full effect of the water and the fertilizer is going straight onto the roots. Okay, we're not wasting anything here. All right. Once we've done this planting, you need to apply some water, but not too much. It's absolutely critical we do not put too much water. Too much water and the plant is now sitting in damp all the time, and it can't take it all up, so it will fall over and it will end up like this, and then the leaves will start to wilt and dry off. Okay, that's what we call damping off. Check the soil with your hands.
If the soil is too wet, it will stick to your hands and stay in a ball when you squeeze it together. If it's too dry, it will not stick together at all. If it's in the middle, it's just right.
A good start to the plant means it will have a very healthy growth.
How long will I harvest the fruits now from when they get ripe?
If you've looked after this plant very well and you continue very good watering and fertilizer and keeping the plant free from diseases, you'll be able to harvest here for 7 to 9 months.
Wow, Peter and Jeremiah, I'll leave you to continue planting. I smell something good cooking.
Excellent.
Thank
you, Tony.
Go ahead. All right.
Very good. So, Jeremiah, we can continue to plant.
Nancy has come to show Mercy how to make healthy recipes with chickpeas. You tell us about the chickpeas.
Okay, chickpea is a leguminous crop,
Yes.
which is from the family of beans. Yes, you know the common bean? Yes, but it is more nutritious.
Really?
Very rich in protein. In fact, it has over 22%.
So it's even higher.
It's even higher. And it is also very rich in vitamins and minerals.
Right.
Yeah. Those people who normally don't eat meat, they can just have chickpea, and it is enough.
Chickpeas are a healthy food for all the family. They have lots of protein and energy for children, elderly people, and even people who have diabetes. What can you use it for?
Start with geveri. Everyone around here knows geveri.
Yes.
Yeah, you can make a geveri. You can make stew, that is dal from, which you can use with the rice.
Right.
Yeah, they can also accompany other carbohydrates. You can also use the flour from chickpea to fortify other flours, like chapati. Instead of just making chapati with wheat flour only,
You can mix.
put chickpea. Instead of just making porridge with the cereals only, like the legumes, the sorghum that we are using nowadays, you can also do pancakes. Yes. So the way I see it,
Yes.
you can use it during lunch hour, breakfast, and even for dinner.
Today, what recipe have you prepared for us?
I think today let's just do geveri and bajia. I knew you were coming, so I had already prepared the mixture for bajia.
First, peel the potatoes and slice them thinly. Then, mix 1 cup of wheat flour and 1 cup of chickpea flour with salt, dhania, any spices you like, and water to make a thin batter. Dip the potatoes in the batter and then fry them until they are golden and eat them hot.
I could smell something smelling good over from the greenhouse.
Those chickpea bajias taste so good. I want to find out how to grow them. Chickpeas are good to intercrop with maize. Plant the chickpeas 25 centimeters apart between the maize rows. You have to control the pest very well, but you don't need fertilizer. Chickpeas are ready to harvest after 3 months, and they like dry areas. Saina is a good variety. To harvest, pull out the whole plant when the pods are dry. Then thresh and winnow to get the chickpeas and store them safely in a good store. Chickpeas have a good market, and even better, they are very tasty and a healthy thing to eat.
So, we have learned the value of planting seedlings.
And how to cook chickpeas.
But on this Shamba, Jeremiah is a real expert.
So we look forward to hearing his top tips on farming.
I have seen the profit of greenhouse farming. It occupies quite a very small portion of the Shamba, and the yield, it is 4 times when I used to cultivate them outside the greenhouse.
Sounds great.
So, see you after the break. We light up the business
Check out the chickens.
and find out more about aflatoxin, a silent but deadly problem in maize.
If you'd like to receive all our Shamba Shape-Up leaflets, SMS the word ALL together with your name and address to 30606. If you'd like to receive just the leaflet for this Shamba, SMS the name of the farmer together with your name and address to 30606. Welcome back.
To Shamba Shape-Up. We are in Meru with Jeremiah and Mercy.
We've planted the greenhouse and got some energy from tasty chickpea dishes.
So far so good, Naomi, but time is running out if we are to shape up this Shamba in just one day.
Yeah, so I'm going to find out why the Kenbros is a good choice for local chickens.
And I'll help out Jeremiah's maize storage.
Okay, so I'll meet you right here and don't be late.
Don't be late too.
Jeremiah wants to try a new type of chicken, a Kenbro. His chicken house needed some work to get it ready for the chicks. First, Karis made a round brooder pen. Then, he filled it with wood shavings covered in newspapers to keep the pen dry. Must not forget a jiko to keep the chicks nice and warm for the first 21 days. George has brought some chicks for Jeremiah, so we settled them in before finding out more. Why a Kenbro better than layers or broilers?
Okay, to begin with, the Kenbro compared to the local chicken, it's able to put up more weight within a short period of time compared to that of the local chicken. Another thing is that you can get the same meat quality as that of the local chicken from Kenbro. And they take a shorter time to grow.
And so what is the quality of the egg? Is it any different from others?
The egg quality in the market is usually preferred because of the yellow color.
Kenbro chickens can be raised to lay eggs, but they can also be raised just for meat. And they grow a lot faster than Kienyeji chickens. What about the weight?
You can achieve actually a weight of 3 kgs within 3 months. When you compare that to the local chicken, it's pretty high.
That's pretty high, because in 3 months, you've already sold the chicken.
You have already sold the chicken.
Yes. Can they free range?
Yeah, once you are through with the brooding process, you can actually let them free range after 3 weeks. Yes.
How can I access them?
The chicks are readily available. Once you are in need of them, you just contact our regional offices. We have offices all over Kenya. So you just make contact with the offices, we'll do the delivery. Yeah.
What about vaccination?
We usually give a vaccination schedule once you buy from us so that you will follow and then you'll be sure that you are disease free.
Kenbro chickens are strong, but they still need to be vaccinated to stop diseases. First, vaccinate against Newcastle on the first day, then again 14 days and on the 42nd day. Then vaccinate for Gumboro at day 8 and day 15. You can also do fall pox and fall typhoid at week 8. Feeding Kenbros is easy. They need chick and dark mash for the first 3 weeks, and after that you can slowly let them out and let them free range. Supplement with finisher mash and let them eat as much as they need so they grow quickly. Cheaper to raise than broilers and faster than kienyeji chickens, Kenbros can make you a great profit.
Now from the chickens to the maize. Barak from FAO has some disturbing news for us about a poison in maize. There's a big problem here.
What is aflatoxin?
Aflatoxin is a toxin that develops into the grain when the grain gets in contact with the soil, and in the soil there are spores, and these spores once they get into the grain, they obviously cause that toxin that is likely to damage the health of the human beings or the animals.
How dangerous is aflatoxin?
Jeremiah, aflatoxin is dangerous. And it gets into your soft tissues, especially when you consume the grain that has already been attacked by aflatoxin. It gets into your soft tissues, and it can have serious consequences on your health. And in some cases, we have heard that it leads into liver cancer.
Really?
Yes. Wow. And it is a slow killer. You may not notice it immediately, and that's why it is recommended that you try to keep your grain or your food from any possible attack of aflatoxin.
You can control aflatoxin by drying and storing maize properly.
What is the connection between storage and aflatoxin?
Well, storage ensures that you keep away the possible conditions like issues of moisture of the grain, so that the grain can be kept constantly dry. One is that after harvesting, you need to dry your cobs like we have seen Jeremiah trying to do. And upon the cob attaining a certain moisture content, then he should thresh. And he threshes this maize, and the grain is again dried on a raised rack like what we saw, thinly spread, and turning 1 to 2 hours every day, after 1 to 2 hours every day, and that ensures uniform drying of all the grain. And that moisture content that you need to attain should be between 13 and 14% moisture content.
Dry maize on a raised rack to make sure the maize dries quickly and properly. A rack means that air can move all over the grain, so it dries evenly.
How can a farmer know that the maize is fully dried?
We encourage the farmers to dry their maize to that moisture content of at most 13%. And they can actually, in a group form, they can buy this moisture meter. And they will be using this moisture meter before they store their grain to make sure that the moisture content is at that 13%.
So Jeremiah, how do you usually tell that your maize is dry?
I normally do guesswork, but I have heard there is a process of using bottle and salt. Is that one applicable?
Yes, Mr. Jeremiah, this is applicable. If you don't have a moisture meter, you can use that approach. A glass bottle is recommended. A dry glass bottle, you put in your maize, which you think is dry, and put in dry salt. Put in the jar, cover, shake, and leave it. And after a while, should you find that the salt is sticking on the walling of the glass, then that is indication that your maize was not completely dry.
Harvest your maize as soon as it is ready. Don't leave it in the field to get rotten. Dry maize on a raised rack so that all the maize dries evenly. Check if it is dry enough by using a moisture sensor or checking that the maize cracks in your teeth. Once it's completely dry, store in a PICS bag. For the PICS bag, remember to tie the first bag, then the second bag, and then the sack. Don't tie them all together or it won't work. Store the bags of maize in a clean, dry store, off the ground and away from the house.
Wow, that was interesting.
Yes.
But it's getting late, Naomi. Is there still more work left?
Yes, remember you have still to shine a light on Mercy's business.
Wow. I'll do that, Naomi, but I still have 1 more minute left. Can I taste some of that?
Yes, it's a deal. It's a deal, but later, okay?
All right.
Later.
All right.
Mercy has a small business on the edge of the farm. She works there after school, but she has to close at sundown because it gets dark and she can't see. And she only has her phone for light. I have invited Anne from Delight, who has a solution to Mercy's problem.
She should be here right now, and here she is.
Yes.
Anne,
Tony.
welcome, Anne.
Thank you.
This is our farmer, Mercy.
Hello, Mercy.
Hello, Anne.
Now, Anne, Mercy has problems in her business at night. Sometimes she can't see, and she uses her mobile phone sometimes to deal with customers.
Okay.
The mobile phone runs out of battery. She has to rush home. Lots of issues for her, which I'm sure you can solve.
I have a perfect solution for you, Mercy, for your beautiful display of products. So this is a lantern.
Yes.
And the good thing with it is you can work through the night.
Yes.
So it has 4 settings.
Wonderful.
So you do not have to worry about having to go home very early.
Yes.
So it comes with a solar panel
Yes.
that you can put somewhere in your home outside, and you will connect to this.
Yes.
To this port here that shows the sign of the sun, and
Yes.
you're able to charge.
Yes.
You can use it for up to 100 hours
Yes.
or even up to 4 hours.
What?
If it's very bright, then you'll just use it for 4 hours. But if it's dim, I see this place is very nice. The beautiful products that you're selling, people can see from afar.
Yes.
And also when you're counting change, it will be very easy for you.
Wonderful.
If you need to call home because business is very good at night, then
sure.
all you need to do is use this to charge your phone.
Yes.
And you can call the family and tell them it's good, you cannot go home on time.
Sure.
And so you'll be able to make more money.
Wonderful, Anne.
Great.
So, we put the light on charge and left Mercy to carry on with her work. I wonder if the light will make a difference. She better remember to turn it on. Hey, fantastic! Now I can see her again.
Wow, Mercy, this looks lovely.
Very lovely, Tony.
Are you delighted with Delight?
Very delighted. Yes.
How is business?
My business is faring well now because I have the Delight touch.
It's better than before.
Than before, because even my banana is not being stolen again.
Now you can see.
Mercy, Tony.
Yes.
So here I am.
Wow.
I brought Jeremiah and Chickpea.
What is that? Why are you giving me
As I
that?
promised.
Because I worked very hard.
Yeah. There you go.
Bring it.
Nice. So Jeremiah, how did you find the shape up?
Quite good, encouraging.
I found them very important. They have taught us how to cook chickpeas, and even we've been given the importance of chickpeas.
Yes.
So you can taste that they are so tasty. They are so tasty and so delicious. So I like the Shamba shape up, and I always remember the good things that they have done to us in this family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you know what? It doesn't have to end up here. Not for you, not for you at home. You can get in touch with us by calling our call center or by using our SMS service.
This year, I had a good potato crop. I even harvested twice as much as I did last season. All this because I followed the weekly tips from Shamba. And the best thing is, they're free. If you want these tips, SMS the word JOIN to 21606.
Shamba Shape Up is also online. Visit us at shambashapeup.com. Select the episode and click play. You can also visit Shamba Shape Up's Facebook page, where you can enter great competitions and also get involved in great discussions. Shamba Shape Up is also on Twitter at Shamba Shape Up.